Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Last time, our great friend Bob Kerman died a terrible death. I'm so sorry, Bob Kerman. He blew up. He didn't even get to hit the ground. He blew up before he hit the ground. It's terrible. Anyway, he's now dead. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So we're probably going to need to get someone new because I hate Bill Kerman. I don't want to see Bill Kerman's face. Where is it? Bob Kerman missing in action. Oh God, Bob Kerman, I'm so sorry. Kind of. I mean, it wasn't. It was my fault, though. It was that stupid goo canister. It destroyed everything. My God. Okay. Let's get ourselves together, people. We need to get a new person, and I'm thinking we need a pilot. So we can choose Glettis Kerman or Glettis Kerman. Lemonry Kerman? Oh, what a name. Anyway, we need a pilot. So let's get Glettis Kerman, since I'm far more certain of how to say that name than I am of Gitchelle? Gitchelle? Gitchell? Hello, Glettis Kerman. I've just hired you. Cost me a lot of money to hire you, Glettis Kerman. I hope you feel good about that. Okay, Glettis Kerman is incredibly stupid and not particularly courageous. That's unfortunate, Glettis Kerman, because you're going up in a spaceship. Okay. We somehow need to go up there, do some science, and then come back down. In one piece. The in one piece, oddly enough, is a really important part of this whole thing. Really important. Has to be in one piece. So let's see. What am I even looking for? Okay, science first. We need the science Juniorotron. Not the goo canister. The goo canister is death. Wait. Wait. I recall something, people. I'm dumb. Don't save that craft. It's a pathetic craft. I said that I would launch the Mega Probe Super Awesome 11D. That's right. That's right. See, I don't do anything to prepare for these things. I just turn it on and I just start playing. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm oh God. Anyway, doesn't matter. We are launching this Mega Probe Super Awesome 11D before we launch Glettis Kerman into space. Okay? Everybody's happy? Everybody's happy? Nobody's happy? I don't care. Here we go. Mega Probe Super Awesome 11D already built for us, which is so nice. We built it last time. It's brilliant. Look, it's just got such a stinking typical thing. We're going to launch this guy up into space. We're going to do some experiments. And then we're going to send that information back down to Kerbal. It's going to be brilliant. Go probe! You shall be the second terrible vessel to forever live in space over Kerbal. Good God, friends. Good God. 3, 2, 1, engage. Okay, we are off to a good start. Nothing's exploded immediately, which is good. It means that we have done something correct. Look at the Kerbal Space Program, slowly drifting away. I wonder what would happen if I smashed a rocket directly into that building. Sounds like something I'm gonna need to try to do at some point. Oh, good God. You're losing control! Why are you losing control so terribly? I mean, I'm jamming the key that should keep you from losing control like that, and doesn't seem to be doing any good. No good at all, mate. There we go. Fire off the rocket. Oh God, now we've lost control because we lost one of our fins. We lost a fin, for God's sake! Who said that losing a fin was a good idea? Did anyone say that losing a fin was a good idea? Probably not. I wish I could blame one of the Kerbals on this, but no one's on board. We can't blame anyone. We can only blame a disgusting, lifeless AI unit. Look at it. It's disgusting. It's just a ball. What do you think a ball's gonna do? It's just gonna sit there and be like, ah, yeah, you're probably right. I did in fact fail that situation. That's not what I'm looking for. It's not what I'm looking for at all! Oh, God. Well, this may or may not be a complete oh! Good Lord! How are you losing control so terribly every time? What is it about this vessel that loses control? I don't understand. I don't know. Nobody knows! Okay. Stop panicking. Everybody stop panicking. I know I was the only person panicking. Shut up. Turn off the power. What are we looking at for an orbit map? Okay. We want to get up to about here, and we're going to launch that way. Let's try to get ourselves aligned with that. It'll first mean not moving. Then, so our path... You're moving in that direction, which is up and down. So we're going to want to fire in this direction. Yeah, that should be about it. Okay, let's go to the orbit. Speed up the situation. You'll get up to... That should do. That should do. Okay. So we are now going to fire our rockets and expand our orbit brilliantly, not terribly, brilliantly, and we shall go into orbit and be the second vessel to ever orbit anything ever in the Kerbal space program. Just gonna make it as big of an orbit as possible because, you know, bigger is better, mate. I think, maybe. Okay. I don't know. I don't know! I didn't ask anyone! Jeez, I didn't get a professional opinion on the situation. Come on now, mates! Okay, deploy your rocket. It will be a piece of space debris to forever live there. So, we need to turn off the reaction wheel. We need to... What else do we need to do? So... We don't want to do our little things here. Our science experiments. It would be preferable to do them at the farthest point from Kerman. Mate. There we go. Let me extend the communicatortron so he can see what it looks like in its full majesty. Oh, yeah, no, it just looks like that. That's dumb. It's dumb! I thought it had a dish around it! Oh, God, it looks terrible. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just like a little stick coming out. That's so bad. Okay, let's wait for it to get around to its apotheosis. Electrical charge is slowly draining. By slowly, I mean actually quite swiftly draining from the poor probe. We still do not have any form of solar panels, which is unfortunate. Everything, literally everything ever, is just going to be a lifeless hunk of space debris from here on out. There's no way that we can fix that situation, unfortunately. Okay, this is science time. We are far away from Kerbin. We're going to observe the mystery goo. We're going to keep the data. We are going to do a little temperature study. What is the temperature like here? Not terribly interesting? Understood. And then, can we do anything else? No, that's about it. That's about it, mate. Okay. Transmit data. Transmit all of it. Uploading the data. Plus 4.5 science added. And plus 0 science added. Great. Amazing. Okay. And that makes the communicatortron pretty much useless. This entire probe, pretty much useless. There you go. There you go. Well, little probe, good for you. You did your job. You're now going to sit here forever, never to be saved again by anyone. Thank you very much. Okay, time to return to the Space Center. Goodbye, probe. We're probably never going to look at you again because you're disgusting and you're just a standard design of probe. Maybe once we get an actually interesting probe, unlike you, then we'll try and, you know, actually look at it again. But, okay, the Mega Probe Super Awesome 11D has succeeded in its mission. Which is good. We did something. We did something. Nobody died. That's great. We're gonna launch another rocket. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how this works. We need to do a new rocket. The Mega Probe 11D has already launched. Does not need to launch again. We could just keep launching those things into space forever, but it doesn't seem terribly useful. I mean, how many Mega Probe 11Ds does it take to screw in a light bulb? You might say that has nothing to do with this situation, and I would respond, you're pretty much right. It's very accurate. It has nothing to do with the situation, but you need to understand it's quite important. It's a very important piece. Where in the heck is our... Oh, there it is. Small incline reaction wheel. Going on right there. Going to put that on. We are going to put on, of course, a couple radially mounted parachutes right there. We shall attach a Science Junior. We're not going to put any mystery goo, as I said before, because if we put mystery goo, everyone is going to die. By everyone, I mean specifically Miss Glettis Kerman. And if Miss Glettis Kerman dies, then what did we spend all the money that we paid for her for anyway? Pretty much nothing. Really, disgustingly nothing. We would have literally thrown it into the wind. It's as though you were to tape the actual money to a badger and just slap the badger on the back and say, "Go, badger! Be free, badger! You may fly off into the sunset!" And of course, badgers don't fly, so everyone looks at you really weird. May or may not have to do with slapping a badger. On the other hand, it could have to do with the whole flying into the sunset thing. I don't know. I didn't ask them. Did you ask them? No? Well, bad foresight on both of our parts. There we go. Okay, we're gonna do a standard rocket procedure, I think. Do we want to do a standard rocket procedure? Yeah, we really do. I was thinking of using the hammers, but for launching people into space and all of this extra fuel and jazz, we really should just use the standard setup of the triple launcher of Doom Mark 7 Esquire. Can a setup of rockets be a Squire? I don't know. I actually have no clue. It's beyond my ken. Anyway, this is being put together quite nicely. It's standard. We all know how this works, right? It's just the struts, the rockets. We're gonna put the structural things here. Just latch them on right there. That we have a mission for, but screw it. I don't even care about that thing. And we're gonna drag these guys over here. There we go. We are now ready. We need to make sure that Bill Kerman is not in here. Bill Kerman, get out of the pilot seat! Bill Kerman wants to go into space so badly. You know what I feel about you, Bill Kerman? No space for Bill Kerman. Description? You're a prick, Bill Kerman. A slimy prick. Enter. That actually just indented it. Anyway, save it. No more space for Bill Kurtman. I didn't even spell his name right. Oh god, it's staying. I don't care. Launch the vessel! The vessel. Here we are. Glettis Kerman on a maiden voyage. SAS that up, Glettis. You know, Glettis Kerman, I do have to tell you, the last female astronaut died a horrible death. It was a pretty bad death. I believe she died on her maiden voyage. Perhaps you shall follow the same fate. That would be quite unfortunate. It's not to say that she died because she was a female or anything. I'm pretty sure she died because we're really terrible at making rockets. And we tend to kill people with it. Yeah, and look, see, I'm telling her this story and she is not happy about the situation at all. She is very unhappy. Gletty. Keep it straight, Gletty. Straight like a friggin' badger's spine? Is a badger's spine straight, though? Because I know a human spine isn't quite straight. It's kind of curvy. So maybe a badger's spine is similarly curvy. So that was probably a bad analogy. Terrible analogy. The worst analogy that one could possibly come up with. Oh, God! I was trying to angle it and it's gone completely out of control. Would you cut it out with that SAS? Oh, God. Gletty? Don't panic, Gletty. You're fine. You're perfectly fine, Gletty. Nothing is wrong. Everything is perfectly fine. Just keep flying the ship, okay? It's not a ship, it's a rocket. There is a difference. There's a huge difference, Gletty. Why do you not understand the difference, Gletty? Jeez! Okay. Fire the rocket. Oh, look at it go. It's just, whee! Why have you forsaken me, master? Because I hate you. You're terrible. You're disgusting! Be gone back to the land from whence you came. And you know, it is going back to the land from whence it came. How are we doing? You know, not great. Not great. We really need to rethink the whole rocket design because we're not bound to get very close to the moon with this rocket design. Admittedly, Gletty did do a terrible job of flying the vessel. Gletty, by that I mean I kind of sent it barreling completely out of control. But I still prefer to blame Gletty because it's what I do. Goodbye, yon liquid fuel canisters. You were powerful. You were a good warrior in your time. Yeah, that's probably the worst. 1,264,000 meters? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. You are beaten by the Mega Probe Super Awesome 11D, and you're beaten by the True Probe Launcher of Majesty Mark II. I guess you kind of win out because you're an actual Kerman instead of a probe. But on the other hand, you're still not going all that far. Hopefully that Science Junior will net us stupid amounts of science and we can be happy. Or, Miss Gletty Kerman, you're going to explode. Either one. I'm not actually certain which one it will be. Gletty, initiate the observation of the materials bay. 37.5 science. We've read this multiple times. Haven't gotten it back home yet. There we go. We have observed the materials bay. Log the temperature. Okay, it's pretty terrible. Yeah, I got it. Let's do a crew report. It's very round. How astute. You friggin'... Oh, look at her. Oh no, she's panicking. You see, it was all fun and games when she was going uphill, but now that she's coming back down, I believe that she understands the fact that things aren't going to go terribly well for her. It's only likely to go downhill from here, Gletty Kerman. Only downhill. Okay, let's wait for her to get to a good position, probably around here, then we'll angle the vessel for its return vector. That'll be nice. Okay, that's set there. Let's angle it. We want it... Yeah, pointing this way. Stick it there, Gletty Kerman. Keep it in that position or you're going to die. Well, actually, I should say, and you're going to die. But that's too morbid for us, isn't it? Right? Yeah, no? Nah. Not too morbid. Gletty Kerman, you're doomed. You're doomed, Gletty Kerman. I'm going to do everything in my power to save you, but there's no promises there. Okay. We are 60,000 meters above the planet. Gletty Kerman has her mouth open, which is bad because the vessel is now on fire. Which means the vessel will heat up, and Gletty Kerman's mouth could become quite dry due to the heat, which could cause a severe case of cotton mouth, which would be quite uncomfortable for Gletty Kerman. On the other hand, having her mouth open could also cause the entire vessel to spontaneously combust, also being quite unfortunate for poor Glettis Kerman. Okay. I am going to make a prescription as to why these vessels are blowing up. Pretty sure it's way too serious of a re-entry angle. That's not very useful information for poor Bob Kerman and poor Glettis Kerman, who are both dead. And Thomtree Kerman. Did he die of the same thing? No. Thomtree Kerman died of a completely different situation. Well, it's too bad for poor Bob Kerman and Glettis Kerman, because they are not going to benefit from that knowledge. Well, oh yeah, thank you. Thank you for telling me it was a catastrophic failure. I didn't know that. I had no clue. The fact that Glettis Kerman never came home, I didn't even know. So, we're probably gonna have to go to Glettis' family, take the family out, and probably bury their bodies somewhere in the forest. Because at this point, if people continue to learn about the fact that astronauts are just blowing up in our space flights, they're probably going to pull funding. And if they pull funding, that is not a good thing. We need to keep our funding. Yeah, sorry, Glettis Kerman's family, you're all doomed. Well, back to the Space Center, I guess. Bye-bye, Glettis Kerman. It was a good 5 seconds knowing you. Oh, God. Well, we've launched a probe into space, which was good. We've launched Glettis Kerman into space, which was good. And we blew up Glettis Kerman, which is, I'd say, neutral. It's, I mean, I didn't care all that much about Glettis Kerman, so it doesn't really matter, does it? It's kind of, you know, it's status quo at the Space Center at this point. Yeah, well, anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will hire a new pilot and probably not kill them, because I now understand why they are dying, so that's going to assist us in not killing them in the future. Yes, it'll be brilliant! But until then, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.